Oh yeah, I mean, I feel like quite often people are less interested in me as a musician and more interested in just saying that I'm gay, which is kind of weird. You know, it is what it is. I'm quite happy that I get to be in a position where I get to perhaps help. You know, not necessarily when it comes to actually changing the situation, although I would love that, but just changing the lived experience, I think, of younger queer people who, you know, I mean, I know what it was like when I was growing up and not having any sort of kind of representation in the Arab mediascape of queerness that I could sort of identify with was, you know, really difficult for me. It was quite rewarding when I get messages from, you know, kids around the Middle East, or kids around the States for that matter, which is really weird, by the way. But, you know, when you get messages from kids who are just starting to come out and wrap their heads around their sexuality, and it means to them to see that someone else is out and sort of surviving, that's very rewarding.
I guess our music does inspire a lot of people to raise that rainbow flag, you know, at a concert, and that rainbow flag might inspire other people to do something else, you know.
علشان يعني ينشروا هذا الفن الشاذ.
طب دكتور رضا، بس انا بسأل حضرتك.
You know, the reason we were always sort of outspoken about who we are and what our opinions are about things has always been that that's just the only way we know how to function. I don't plan on changing the way I go about my life to please, you know, my neighbor if he doesn't like seeing my boyfriend coming into my house every day. Why would I change anything to please, you know, the Egyptian government, for that matter? I mean, that's so many steps further removed. I don't care. You know, I realize that that'll probably make my life very difficult and make it extremely difficult to have an audience often and to, you know, survive as a musician. But I'm really just uninterested in being likable. That's not why I do what I do. I do what I do because it's the only thing I know how to do, and it, you know, it means to me to make music. So I make music because that's the only way I, you know, keep myself from flinging myself off a building. But you know, if people like it, great. If they don't like it, tough.
Okay.